Remember last summer on the border, we had all these kids showed up, and young moms with infants, fleeing violence in 3 countries, Guatemala, Honduras, and Salvador, okay? What wasn't taken into consideration is that there were 2 policies, 2 US policies that create the violence there that they're fleeing. The first one is CAFTA, the Central American Free Trade Agreement, which undermined the economies of these Central American countries and created huge disequilibrium in the rural areas. Now, the free trade agreements are negotiated by industrialists or by city folk. They have no clue about the impact on rural agriculture. But as part of the give-me's is to get for Monsanto and a variety of other corporate farming folks opportunities to get into these countries for their own production. And so that's the agribusiness is at the table, not the farmers. And so what happened, we experienced in NAFTA, the North American Free Trade Agreement with Mexico, was a huge dislocation of the rural population in Mexico. So such that we have sisters in Mexico, my community does, in the state of Michoacan. And there are pueblos sin hombres, towns without men. Because in order for the men could no longer make a living on their terreno, on their land. So what happens is the men leave, they go to the Mexican cities trying to find work, they can't find it, they end up coming north into the US. But it's a direct consequence of our North American Free Trade Agreement, which is was the prototype for the Central American Free Trade Agreement. And so what we miss is that our immigration problem with all the illegals, which drives me nuts, is caused by our own policy.